Well, one of our gCADPlus users has asked for a movie illustrating the use of some of the drafting aids in gCADPlus, and I'd like to use this drawing as a base. Well, the designer has specified sandstone paving through this area. The area has been defined by a polyline and a hatch pattern's been applied. The distance for each little square we could check with our distance command, and if we click from there to there, we're not snapping, it's 400. So we've adjusted the size of the hatch pattern scale such that we get little squares that are about what we're after. But using hatching in this way means we can't count the number of paving bricks that are going to be required in this design, and for that we need to employ some of the drafting aids in the gCADPlus environment. Well, I'll first move down to the status line and click on the grid option, and you may be able to see, although it is tricky to see, that there are major grid points and minor grid points here. Let me just zoom in a little, and I'll right click on the desktop and go to drafting settings, and here's our grid settings. We've set a grid at 400 by 400 because we're using 400mm pavers, of course, and we've got a bold step every 4, so the larger dot there will show that. What I've done is to copy, if I come back over here, whoops, and pick that area that is going to be, that is currently hatched, what I've done is copy that polyline across to this side, and I've put it on a layer called pave shape. You'll see the point of doing that in a moment, but importantly I've moved the polyline so that it sits on a grid point, and my next step is to put snap on. What that means, and I'll try and demonstrate now, is that if I use the rectangle tool and click some points here, I can set a rectangle. I can jump, you may be able to see, I can jump to that right hand origin point and just click, and then as I move my mouse I'm setting up a rectangle that butts the right hand side of the shape and the bottom, and if I click like so, that rectangle covers the area that is going to be hatched, and what we're going to do is hatch it with a block that's exactly 400 by 400. Also, again, I'll use the distance tool and I'll snap from one side of the paving brick to the other, and we should get exactly 400, which we do. I've taken snap off at the moment, so we're not jumping to those points. So thus far we've used the grid option and we've used the snap option. What I now want to do is pick up one of the blocks that we've been working with, and we'll put it at the end of our rectangle there. I don't have snap on at the moment. What I want to demonstrate is that if I right click and go to drafting settings, I can put a distance step on and 400mm. What that enables me to do is an alternative way of working with the snap. So I can simply take this one and we can copy it quite easily. We could put OTHO on, that would force us into the horizontal plane, and I just click and click. And remember, the point of this exercise is for a paving person to be able to put the pavers down, metaphorically speaking, on top of this area. So what we're going to do, that we've got a row, so we'll copy that row up like so. And because our OTHO is on, we're easily able to work our way up. I need to zoom out just a little, and I'll do that by holding the wheel of the mouse down and panning. So now we've covered the area to be paved with actual 400mm pavers. What I'm now going to do, I need to, if I put across a window, here, you might just be able to see that the polyline denoting the area is hidden. So I want to show you another little aid that you can use in gCADPlus. If I set my current layer, which is layer 0, remember earlier I said we've made a layer called Pave Shape, and then I can go to Tools and Selection and select by current layer, and you might just be able to see now the dotted line. And then we can say Tools, Draw Order, and bring it to the front, and once we've done that we can remove those paving bricks that are outside our zone. We'll do that in a number of ways, like so. I can use a crossing window now to get those, and we can work our way and remove those. So I think I've removed now, there's another one here, and a couple more there. So now we have our area to be paved, and overlaying it now are the 400mm paving bricks drawn as blocks. So we can get a quick and easy total by just selecting the area, including all of those blocks there, and in the properties box we can say here there are 195 block references. So there's our total of our paving bricks, and we know of course that there'll be some cutting required working over that shape. So I hope that serves to illustrate using a whole lot of different aids in the gCADPlus environment.